What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Trailmakers Creations. First build we're going to be taking a look at in this video is called the Boat Buster. Now, again, it's not complete, as you can tell. It's no paint job on it or anything. It's still missing parts of the body, but it's still functional, so I can show you what it's going to be, basically. So it's, again, ideas for you guys. Something else to try and build. So this has 3 mortar rounds in it that explode at water level. Slightly above water level. Let's see, maybe we can go and put something there floating in the water, and we'll leave this here. I don't even have a name for this thing yet, but we're just going to spawn this in here. So let's say there's a boat sitting there at the dock, as we can see. Come to about here. We hit number 1. Opens up, and it automatically loads our first mortar round. And spacebar fires it. Oh, using a magnet. There it goes. Boom. First shot. You can see it doesn't need to hit anything. It actually explodes at water level because there is an altitude sensor on the explosive itself. 3 pieces of dynamite and an altitude sensor. So now we're going to reload for our second shot. E and Q is our reload buttons. So we're going to hit Q. It's going to load us up another one. And we can use our arrow keys to slightly turn this a bit, and then we'll fire. Oh, not quite far enough. Might be slightly out of range. So we'll load up E. Third round. Fire. Nope. Not gonna happen. These are steps. Can we drive down steps? Yes, we can. Alright, you're toast now, sucker. Number 1, gonna open this up. Loads up our first mortar round. Punk. Load up number 2. Boom! Nice, nice. It's going to be hard to sink that thing because it's got a lot of flotation on it. Number 2. Oh, wow. Haha! Alright, number 3. Q, I should say. E. Load up that one. And fire! So that's the basics of the Boat Buster. Designed for taking out boats at water level. So you could launch them from the carrier, or you could launch them from the ground into the water. I just thought it was a cool concept to have mortar rounds that was reloadable. I was trying to make it a reloadable gun. And it is reloadable. Oh, nice shot. Oh. Looks like we may have done some damage there. She looks wounded. Wounded! Yeah, I'll be uploading that as soon as it's complete, but I thought that'd be a good idea to share that with you, making a reloading mortar cannon like that. Alright, so let's jump in this thing while it's here in the water. We'll rebuild it, and then we're going to go out to the spawn point in the water. Okay, so with this I was trying to make like a racing boat. It looks just like a racing boat on the surface, but then when you pull back, it lifts itself up out of the water. And we have much faster hydrofoil this way. Using the 3 thrusters in the back here. Of course, we have some helicopter engines for stabilization. This kind of looks like a racing dolphin kind of thing, right? Also, the fins on the touching the water there lift left and right when you're turning. Help for stability. And those 2 thrusters are also on a servo as well, so they rotate a bit too. And then just 2 of them big flotation devices. We have a little wing up front here just to keep the front end up. And then we can drop back down into the water. Woohoo! Some floaty. Doesn't steer that great in the water. But again, it's not complete. As you can tell, it's all gray. But that's something else I'm working on. Nice dolphin racer to pop out of the water like that. Something nice and agile. Let me know in the comments below if you got a good name for this thing. It's just like an aqua dart or something. You guys are creative, right? You guys can think of something. Alright, let's go up onto the carrier deck. See what else we got. Ooh. So this I've been working on for a little while. I was trying to make some advanced weapons. So I came up with this thing. Jump up here, we can see everything seems fairly closed off. A couple of small cannons there in the front. Lots of sensors facing upwards, but then again, when we hit the magic number 1, everything opens up. We can see multitude more cannons on the inside, and our sensors are looking around. So this thing will track targets. Let's go over here and spawn in a vehicle. Maybe the boat buster. So we'll spawn in a vehicle here, and we can see what our auto turret will do. We try and drive in, jump out of our vehicle. Very satisfying to watch. Just dismantles it like it's doing its job. Let me try and get in the vehicle and get out of here. Rebuild. Back away, back away, back away, back away, back away. Okay, here we go. Kamikaze mission. Straight into it. Come at it from the side. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Run away, run away, run away. Yeah, okay, buddy. You made your point. So yeah, if you got a good name for this auto turret as well, it's like a guardian, sentinel. Very satisfying watching that thing take things apart. It's got like a pulse firing. Hardest thing actually with this thing was keeping the sensors level with the ground so that it would actually be able to track, and that the sensor that actually fires the cannons is at the same level as the sensors that are rotating it around. It's no good if it's following it, tracking a target, but it never fires the guns at it. That's kind of pointless. You can see it shoots stuff up pretty good. Set a couple of these sentry turrets up, and then try and drive around in between them. Either take some barrels out, or setting up around barrels is cool too, or those containers over by the spawn point. They do a lot of damage to those things, push them around. But yeah, this is an attempt at, again, at a auto turret, tracking turret. Follows its targets, build one that track airplanes in the sky. But we have something else for taking care of airplanes. So this build, again, is nameless. So once you see it, if you can think of a name, leave it in the comment section down below. So again, magic number 1. Pops that open, and we are now in control of a lit anti-aircraft. This is anti-aircraft. You can see we got our buggy sitting there. That is the bouncer buggy. If you haven't seen the video with that, click on the link up here. So, spacebar. Nothing left of the bouncer buggy. So this is actually for anti-aircraft. You can see the cannons fire top to bottom, alternating on either side. And this leaves a very nasty spray of bullets for anything that's flying in the air. Or anything that's on the ground for that matter. Again, I'm probably going to end up setting this one up so we can get like a first person from the camera. So you can get targeted shots like this. So yeah, there was aircraft up there. Yeah, you'd definitely be able to take those out. You can see the cool firing pattern. Fires a lot of shots, so any aircraft in the air will probably have a pretty hard time escaping something like this. So we've got lots of lights built in on the inside there. These are all lit up with the glow blocks behind there, just to make it look a little more intimidating. And then as soon as we sit at 90, we hit number 1, and it just folds up back inside our box. You can see how that opens. You have some pistons that come up, and then it automatically rotates us around and slides those set of shields back. You can see that they slide down and cover up the guns themselves. That pops up, rotates, and then they slide back. Just like that. Surprise, surprise. Say hello to my little friend. So that's a great anti-aircraft cannon. Not sure what to name that. That's like a... I was thinking like a sky paintbrush. It's like a huge, just streaks, bullets everywhere. Looks very menacing. very many guns. And not bad for lag either, because it's all the small cannons, and they're all firing individually at the separate times, so not too bad. So yeah, that'd be great. Play ground versus air. Get some ships up in the air, some planes, UFOs, battleships, whatever it is. Have somebody on the ground, a couple of guys on the ground taking this out, or even set this up there on the helicopter pad. Take out anything that's flying from there. Bombers trying to bomb it while you're trying to take them out. All kinds of fun. But yeah, that was another cool weapon. That will be completed soon. Again, incompleted works. What's all like incompleted works in this episode, right? But I just wanted to share them with you. I was working on all these different weapons. I usually work on 5 or 6 multiple builds, separate builds at the same time, which is why I can just constantly be creating. Because as soon as I get a new idea, it's like, oh, and then I'll just delete this and start making something else. Alright, let's go into the centrifuge map, and I'll show you what else I built recently. So if you're ever in the centrifuge map and racing around, and you don't want to be racing around by yourself, you'd like some competition, or maybe you've got some guns on your racer, and you'd like some targets to shoot. So I built these 5 different colored guys here that automatically launch when you build them into the centrifuge at the race line here. And no wheels, so they won't be recognized as vehicles. They launch automatically, and away they go. So they will stay, no, don't want to be starting a race. They will actually stay in the track. Oh, see, there's the first set I launched. You can see them ripping around. You can actually see them on the far side of the track. There's the second bunch we just launched. Here they come. Coming into the final straight. We have red in the lead, followed by purple, green, and yellow, which means orange got taken out somewhere along the way. Here comes the second set. So as you can see, they'll just rip around the track, all on their own. And you can just constantly keep building this in. Prepare. And away they go. And repair. And away they go. So now you got all kinds of targets on the track. Where are they? Oh, here they come. They'll be crashing into each other. So see, if you had guns on a car, you could be racing around on the track chasing these targets. Put a point value on each colored car. And see who can be the first one to get to, 20 points or 50 points or whatever. It goes blue, purple, green, yellow. Oh, I think orange is in there too. They'll actually crash into each other sometimes, but they're fun targets to rip around. And then you can keep testing a vehicle without actually triggering the race mode. So let's take a quick look here at how these things are built. Pretty straightforward. So all we have here is the jet seat with a couple of large thrusters, dragon thrusters on either side. Some aerodynamic pieces in the front here to keep it nice and quick. Stabilizers in the back to keep it stable. And then along the back here there is a distance sensor. And that distance sensor is what triggers there's a couple of lights on there as well to make them a little more visible. But that's what triggers those 2 thrusters on each capsule, we'll call it. Or like little mini missiles. I guess you could ride in one. You wouldn't need, there's no steering or anything, but. So yeah, each one has a distance sensor on the back that triggers those, that continues to keep it going while it's going around the track. And then there's a distance sensor here that as soon as it drops to the ground, it automatically starts detaching the detachable blocks, and they each have a 1-second delay on them so that they don't all smash into each other when they're taking off. So as soon as you build it in, you don't even need to do anything. They'll automatically separate. And away they go. You can also see how many of these cars you can actually get on the track. It's like being at Talladega. So yeah, that's another cool idea. If you're running out of ideas, things to build, and Trailmakers, come into the centrifuge. Build some auto cars, auto rockets, whatever it is you want to call them. That's fun. Yep, I'll upload those. What should we call those? We'll call that a auto cars. Centrifuge auto cars. That's what we'll call it. So if you're looking for it, check that out. Or you can just search my name in the shop. Alright, that's all I got for you in this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. And we will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.